What's going on, everyone? Basic here. Got a fairly different kind of video for you today. For those of you who have been living under a rock for the past couple of days and don't know what I'm talking about, we are getting more Mario Kart content. Like, a lot of it. Unfortunately, no Mario Kart 9, but what we will be getting is arguably a lot better. Basically, from now until the end of 2023, we're going to be getting an additional 48 tracks added to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and these are going to be courses that are remastered from games all across the franchise. And they're going to be delivered in 6 waves of 8 tracks each, with the first wave dropping on March 18th. Now, the way that it's going to work is you either pay $25 for the content or it will come free with the Nintendo Online expansion pack. If my understanding is correct, that $25 is for the full 48 tracks, meaning that you don't have to pay $25 for each wave, because that would be kind of ridiculous. So what I want to do today is kind of go through the Nintendo Direct that just dropped a couple days ago and give my thoughts about the announcement and what we saw. So first of all, what are my overall impressions about the Direct? Personally, I'm super hyped for it. I've only been playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for a couple of years, but in that time, I've put up some pretty good speed runs and some pretty solid time trials, in my opinion, on most of the tracks in the game. And honestly, like, if I weren't making a bunch of videos teaching people how to play the game, I'd be spending way less time on it than I am right now. Now, we're getting 8 tracks once every few months at least, which, at least for me, is going to keep the game fresh for the next couple of years. And so I'm super stoked that I actually get to enjoy more content in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because it's one of my favorite games that I've ever played. But we actually got a little bit of a preview of the 8 tracks that we're going to be getting in Wave 1. So from Mario Kart Tour, we're getting Paris Promenade, Tokyo Blur, and Ninja Hideaway. From Mario Kart 64, we're getting Choco Mountain. From Mario Kart Super Circuit, we're getting Sky Garden. From Mario Kart DS, we're going to be getting Shroom Ridge. From the 3DS, we're getting Toad Circuit. And then for Mario Kart Wii, we are getting Coconut Mall. Now, I'm going to be honest, watching the Direct was kind of a roller coaster of emotion for me. So they mentioned, for all the people that have been playing Mario Kart since 2017, and I was like, oh my God, no way. And then they said, we're going to be offering DLC. And I was like, oh man. And the reason why is because, so the DLC for Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, it was literally just like 8 tracks in each DLC. And so I assumed that we're only getting like 8 additional tracks. And I was like, dude, for real though? Like, that's all you guys had to say? And then they said they're going to be giving us 48 tracks. And I was just like, holy hell. And I was losing my mind. And then I watched the Direct again. And well, let's just watch a couple more shots of this really quick. So we start with Paris Promenade, Tokyo Blur. Okay, this is the first shot that I want to pause on for a second here. So this is a shot of Shroom Ridge that's going to be in the DLC. Now look, the Direct dropped a couple days ago, and I know you've probably already seen this opinion floating around a lot if you've been paying attention to what people have been saying about the DLC, but I mean, my opinion is not really any different. This does not look very good, right? There's not much of a way to sugarcoat that. And to see what I mean by that, let's just take a look at Animal Crossing, which was one of the DLCs for Mario Kart 8 that got, ported over to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, look at the trees here, right? Like, you can see individual leaves, and there's like shading in there, and there's so much realistic lighting, and it just looks like there's so much life in all of this, right? Then you go back to Shroom Ridge, and there's like none of that, right? It just looks so bland. Like, if you take a look at Shroom Ridge from the DS, it actually looks more detailed in the DS version than what we're going to get in the DLC, right? If this is the actual quality that we're going to be getting when the DLC drops, right? Like, you can just look like there's different shades of the grass here. Like, this looks like a real environment, right? And you can see the same thing in the trees. There's levels of the tree, right? You go back to the DLC version and it like literally looks like Legos. Then if we move to Toad Circuit, it's like the same thing, right? Like, you look at the grass, it's all just like one flat color. If you look at the red and white track divider here that Peach is, kind of drifting on, it's the same thing, right? It's like one solid flat color. And if we compare this with GBA Mario Circuit, again, it's like the trees, like there's so much sort of dynamic lighting here, and the shading is really nice. And then you go back to the red and white track barriers and it looks like dirty almost, like cars have been driving on this. Like, it just looks like a real environment. Like, these courses, they look like plastic. I mean, there's no other way to describe it, right? If we're being honest, it looks like they're lifted, like the assets are lifted directly out of Mario Kart Tour. And I'm not the only one to have noticed this, by the way. It's probably the most common opinion that I've heard related to the Direct, which is that the track design just looks lazy. And honestly, I also find it pretty disappointing. Now, to be clear, I've never really been like a stickler for sick, nasty graphics in a video game. But like, let's just take a look at this shot of Paris Promenade really quick. Now the problem that I have isn't really the graphics per se, it's more that the art style is just so different between these tracks and what we're used to seeing from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And you can even see it just in this one shot, you can see the contrasting art styles. Like if you look at how Luigi, like the lighting on Luigi's cart and on Luigi himself, like this looks, it looks very lifelike. It looks more, I don't want to say realistic because I'm not really, it's the realism is the issue, right? But it looks more dynamic here. And then you look at the shots of the path here and the trees and the grass. It's all just like very, I don't know how to describe it. It's like very bland and sanitized and just plasticky, right? Again, it reminds me a lot of just like Legos, like Lego play sets and stuff. And it's like, it's the fact that it's the two art styles are so different. It's just, it's distracting, right? It's not bad graphics per se. It's just very distracting. Like seriously, when this shot came up, I got legitimately confused for a second because I was like, I thought we got an announcement that there was going to be Mario Kart 8 DLC. This looks like Mario Kart Tour. Like what's going on here? Like this doesn't look like Mario Kart 8, right? It doesn't look like what we're used to seeing. And so I just found it like, I found it very off-putting to watch. Now there's a slim chance that this isn't how the tracks are actually going to look when the DLC drops and that this was some sort of tech demo type of deal, but personally, I don't think so. I think this is what we're going to get. I don't think that if this is how the tracks are currently looking, that a month is enough time to fix all these issues, but I would love to be proved wrong. And really, as long as the tracks are fun to play on, I can probably get over the weird change in art style. I mean, like, I've been spending a lot of time harping on this, but really my main concern is, are the tracks fun to play? It is distracting, but to me, it's not a deal breaker. Especially because it's only $25 for the full 48 tracks, right? Now, I do want to end things on a bit more of a positive note. So, like, let's just be real here, right? Yes, the graphics are kind of janky, if that's what we're going to end up getting. But, like, we're getting 48 new tracks to play, right? That's 12 additional cups and 96 more staff coasts that we get to beat. So, I mean, you guys all know what I'm going to be doing on day one. But beyond that, I just want to put some things in perspective a bit. So, if you look across the entire Mario Kart franchise, there are 20 courses in Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart Super Circuit. There's 16 in each of Mario Kart 64, Double Dash, DS, Wii, and 7, and then 25 in Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart Tour, and that's excluding retro tracks. So these are tracks that are exclusive to their respective games. That's 170 tracks in total, and we're gonna have 96 tracks in this game by the end of 2023, right? So that means more than half of the courses that have ever existed in any Mario Kart game are going to be included in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, that's amazing, right? And the fact that it's only $25, like we're basically doubling the amount of content we're getting for half the price of the full game, of the original game. So again, I mean, I can definitely learn to live with a weird art style if we're just going to be getting that much more content. Personally, two courses that I would really love to see in this game are Waluigi Pinball, just because it looks so cool, and Maple Treeway because it has my favorite music in the entire franchise. I think I love that song so much. I play it a lot of times on stream when I'm going on my BRB notice and stuff to grab water. I'll put up the Maple Treeway music just because it's so amazing. Now my perspective might be a little bit biased because I have only played Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I've followed the Wii time trialing and speedrunning scene just a little bit because of videos from people like Summoning Salt. So yeah, that's the thing. I actually don't have a lot of experience with other tracks in the franchise, and so that's why one of the reasons why I'm so excited to be getting so many more tracks here. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about the Direct and regarding my thoughts on the Direct. So I think if I had to summarize my thoughts overall, I'm honestly going to be kind of pissed if all the new tracks are literally just lifted out of Tour just because of the laziness factor. But you know, I'm still really excited to have all these additional tracks to play. And even if it turns out that all the assets are just literally lifted out of Tour, I would still pay the $25 to experience all this content. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for today, everyone. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about the Direct. Are you angry? Are you excited? Are you kind of somewhere in the middle? And also let me know what tracks you'd like to see make a comeback, because there's 114 tracks that are still left to choose from, and 48 of them are going to end up in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So yeah, let me know what you think. But yeah, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch some old guy rant about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for a little while. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.